it just wasn't right. As it should have.
Ama her yeri parmak tutuyor. Yok. Her yeri.
It just wasn't right. As it should have.
I think we do need to sort of wide though. So
şey yani. Ev yolcusu mesela. Evde parmak. Hani evde parmak. Dedim haklı adam dedim ya. Onu dedim yapanın dedim.
We used to go straight over there. I can see it. It's to the night.
That's sick boy.
Scheduled departure time 11:05 will be approximately 30 to 40 minutes late. This is because of technical problems at the train station. Please note the delays could change at any time. Liebe Fahrgäste, Zugverbindungen dieses Bahnhofs sind von Bauarbeiten erfolgt. Es kommt zu geänderten Fahrzeiten der Zugausfällen. Bitte prüfen Sie Ihre Verbindung vor Reiseantritt online.
Thank you very much.
Not at all. Very good information.
Nein, nein.
Taxi, metro.
No, no, no. I saw you, yeah.